flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. Between our world and theirs.
Get ready for an action-packed thrill ride, gut-wrenching, taking out demons, shooting your way through, surviving in the reboot of Doom 2016 for PlayStation and Xbox One. Let's get into my review. You step into the shoes of the Doom Marine, one badass Marine who doesn't take no for an answer. So the story's very simple. It's a very simple one indeed. The reboot, it's a reboot, so it's been stated as an origin story. The game is set on Mars, with a UIC facility being invaded by the forces of hell. No, this is not Spawn. The demons have been constructed through the corrupt UAC experiments. These poor bastards. The game starts as an unknown man, Doom Guy, chained to an altar, awakens in a UAC basement on Mars and realizes that something amiss and escapes imprisonment and gains a predator suit. Kind of like a Master Chief from Hell. Yeah. Making his way across the Martian surface, he enters an industrial building that houses a satellite, and from there all hell breaks loose. That's all I'm going to say for this story. Very simple. Let's get into my review and gameplay and what I think. Doom fully embraces its old school shooter vibe, so by shifting all emphasis and movement, you are all set to kill demons. So Doom encourages rapid reactions for movement and gunplay. So in removing limited weapon inventories and manual sprinting, there's a weapon wheel and running is default. So with no reloading or regenerating health, it's instant killing, no aiming. This game's about all-out action, punishing those who stay still for being a few seconds. It's mentally that may overwhelm you at first, but especially when you consider all these weapons at your disposal, you're gonna have a hell of a time. So this is aided by the taxing AI, which consists of diverse devils ranging from the nimble fire-throwing imp to the can-equipped bullet sponge Mancubus. Many old adversaries from the classic Doom title have returned, which is a good thing, with more varied abilities and navigational pro activities. So as you fight them across Mars and Hell, you'll see that they complement each other's strengths and weaknesses, which is a really good thing, ensuring that you'll never take one of them for granted. I wouldn't want to take one of them for granted. Okay, they can move and react as quickly as you can, with plenty of open arenas filled with vertical, and they may take advantage of you. So the level design is just like you. You're gonna have to stay fast paced. You're gonna have to look and mind your surroundings, because they're gonna be everywhere shooting at you, coming towards you. You are the Space Marine, and you are the one who has to kill every single evil SOB. So let's think about it this way. Glory kills, there's short yet satisfying kill animations. You can rip a demon's head off, but don't interrupt momentum either, since they last 2 seconds on average. Then they flawlessly bend with your actions, because they change depending on what part of a demon's body you're looking at upon activating one. So there's all dozens to discover that feel like they were always meant to be part of Doom, which is a really good thing, and I like the fact they implemented this due to their instant payoffs. So even the weapon wheel doesn't interfere with pacing, since time is slowed when you activate it. So it resumes with a hitch upon selecting firearm. That's something I really like, because there's so many weapons in this game. So those worried about uneven gameplay can rest easy. Don't worry about it, you're all good. It's anything but that. So speaking of weapons, there's a joy gather up as you find ways to interchange between them. So example, none of them lose their appeal due to their balance attributes and unique attachments. Like the combat shotgun, you can upgrade its charge and triple shoot modifier to suit closed or medium range fire, and the same applies to switching between the tactical scope and micro missiles with your heavy assault rifle for long range duty of heavy damage, and you will give them damage. They will explode, they will come towards you. Multitasking is par for the course of being in the fast lane with a Doom Marine. and we wouldn't want to have it any other way, guys. This is old school romp, and your Marine is silent. He does not say a word. There are secrets hidden throughout maps that can only upgrade weapons. The map is very detailed, and I like the fact that you could actually move around in a 3D environment, but also the armor and passive abilities. Finding dead elite guards will grant you tokens towards improving your Predator suit to locate secrets more easily or switch between attachments faster. Something I really like. You could customize your suit and upgrade it. I was actually expecting more depth here, since we thought this would act as a brood skill tree that truly tailored to playing styles, but at least Argent cells somewhat make up for this by boosting health armor or ammo capacity in your preferred order. It doesn't matter what you want. Things like this bolster exploration with massive semi-linear levels that allows for short respites worth taking to absorb the world around you. So there's tons, but I want to talk about the campaign. Let's get into the campaign and we'll go from there. I have to say the graphics are very well done. You shoot a demon and you see the blood like exploding everywhere. All the details on the blood on the floor, the candles throughout the levels, the demonic look on the levels. It makes you feel like you're in hell or even on Mars. It's so cool, and playing through it felt like it was something eerie, and you knew that Doom was back from its roots. And the monsters, they're super detailed and they're very creepy looking, which I really liked. The way you attack them, the way you chainsaw their heads off, explode them, so much graphical detail on these monsters, and you could tell they focused on that. I really like that, and I'm loving every single minute of the game and experiencing something that we haven't experienced in a while. So the graphical department is very well done. The explosions, the fire, the depths, the background, everything about it is very well done in my opinion. So mainly my review is focused on the campaign. The campaign will last you about 15 hours of gameplay, which is a good thing. I'm not really into the multiplayer because I really don't care for it. I always buy games for the campaign itself. There are secrets hidden throughout maps, and they can also upgrade weapons, but the armor is one of the best things in the game, and the guns are amazing. The passive abilities you have, finding dead elite guards, you know, explaining everything would be something that would take me forever. The music is exceptionally well done by Mick Gordon, who will believe captures the tone of Doom more apparently than the original games, even though he may not suppress some of their classic tracks. There's metal with electric guitars and extremely low octaves and insane percussion. So when you're going into these levels and you're going to hunt these demons down, you feel like you're in that game, and you also feel like a total badass when you're shooting your way through and listening to all this metal in the background. It's very well done, and it's something that reminds us of a classic Doom. This also reminds of the story. It's a perfect indicator of the last statement. You'd think demons invading Mars would be ridiculous, especially since a lone Marine fights them all, but through hell and back. The strange thing is that, much like Wolfenstein: The New Order, the writers accept the general premise and build ironically serious yet self-aware narrative around it. It's something I've really enjoyed, honestly. Conclusion, I say Doom may become repetitive sometimes near the end. It doesn't take needed risks with missions, but it boosts some of the finest shooting mechanics that I've seen in a while, and thoughtful levels we've seen in a first-person shooter in years. Seriously, pushing it to the very fringes of excellence. I mean, the campaign's a headbanging heavy metal hoot with surprisingly good backstory, striking visuals, and 2 decent multiplayer-minded modes to back it up. So I dare to say this could be the Dark Souls of its genre, gripping you with, non-conformity, with unleashing its own kind of glorious hell upon you. However, where the illustration falls apart is how you can raise hell in return. But going from that, I give this game a 9 out of 10. Personally, for me, it's something I haven't played in a while, and getting back into the roots of Doom, and also knowing that this is a reboot, they did a really excellent job. Did I run into any graphical glitches? Not really. 9 out of 10. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below. And until next time, guys, happy gaming. Most of all, take care.